Welcome back to the Bumper Breakfast. It's an interesting morning. We've gone in and out of many conversations. But one of the biggest things the Nigerians today across the world are scared, mostly in fear of, is poverty. Unfortunately, by the World Index, we have over 50 million poor people in Nigeria. And we're talking about a country of over 200 million. So when we say people living below the poverty line, you have way over 50 million below the poverty line. And the concern has always been, how do I escape poverty? Hard conversations on the Bumper Breakfast. You will hear truths that may not go well with you, but if you apply it, your life will definitely take a turn around. Dr. Precious Uwagbai joins us on telephone this morning. Good morning, Precious. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Good morning, Tommy, and thanks for having me.
It's always a pleasure having you. And Hard Conversations this morning simply talks about poverty. By your own calculation, what is your definition of poverty?
Well, I'll define poverty as the act of living in impoverishment.
That's big English. Impoverishment is still big English.
Living below the mark, living below the belt is poverty. But you see, most times people don't understand that poverty is not just a function of lack of resources, but it's also a function of lack of mental capacity, which will enable you achieve what you need to achieve. You see, it is important we understand that when we have the right information and when we have the right knowledge, it is easy to do the unthinkable. We can do the things we need to do if we know how. The know-how is the knowledge.
The know-how.
Yes, the know-how is the knowledge. Knowledge was gotten from the word know-how. When they say knowledge, that's to know how, to learn something.
To learn
to
something.
Know something.
Now,
Yes.
let me give you the World Index for the countries by percentage of population living in poverty. I want to be very specific this morning so they know why we are talking about this. Nigeria is number N, and according to Wikipedia, we have Nigeria saying that 40.1% of our population is living below the poverty line. 40.1%, according to the World Bank. In the year, so you can imagine what it means if 40.1% of Nigerians live by poverty, and this was 2018. It has gone again and again, gone higher and higher. But by the latest report, Dr. Precious.
Tommy saying, the figures are excruciatingly large. If you want to go by the figures, you keep having heart attack and heartbreaks from time to time.
I'm telling you.
This is very important. The reason, one of the biggest problems and the biggest challenges of poverty is that the mindset you have, it tries to mess up with your mind. And that's why you see in countries where poverty is the cynosure of the people,
yes,
you see them going into Ponzi scheme on a regular basis.
Okay.
And that's not the way out of it. That's why I'm going to be telling you seven
ways to get I need you to repeat that again. Yes. Countries with high poverty rate.
With high rate of poverty are the ones who indulge themselves in Ponzi schemes, get rich quick
scheme.
Yes, I want to make money, I want to get rich quick, and that's not the way out of it. So I'll be sharing with you very quickly 7 ways to get out of poverty forever. These 7 ways are tested and proven ways. I have tried them, I have gone through them, I've negotiated them with friends, I've spoken about them to students in Landmark University, and I can tell you that they work. Number 1 is education. Can you hear me?
Education.
The right education is the most significant poverty eradication tool. You see, Thomason, education is the key to success. And financial literacy is very important when you're talking about education.
So do you mean education in the 4 walls of a university, secondary school?
No, not just that.
Okay.
That's why I said financial literacy
is
very important when you're talking about education. You see, most institutions will not teach you financial literacy,
Okay.
financial independence. And this is a very important area you need to understand. I remember some time ago I was in Kenya. I took my friends together and I taught them the value of financial independence in a new country where you have to, where you're paid in dollars and you have to spend in Kenyan shillings and you need to save in naira. It's a whole different ball game entirely. Number 2, develop skills that people will want to pay for. Develop skills that people want to pay for. Use your skills to make a living. And you see, it's very important you understand this.
Not your certificate, your skill.
Your certificate. See, there was a time where having a degree and going out there to look for a job was beautiful. Right now, when you have a degree and you go out there to look for, you just join the labor market. There are no jobs out there anymore except the ones you create. And you must learn to generate and create your own opportunities. Stop waiting for them. Develop skills that people will pay for. Number 3, service. You can actually serve your way to the top. You know the servant master thing?
Yes.
You see, learning how to serve is the way up. And how do I mean learning how to serve? Learn how to sell.
That was one of the biggest lessons of 48 Laws of Power. The servant-master relationship.
Of selling. Now, listen to this, Tommy Singh. Those people who are not educated, maybe they had informal education, because education is not all about going to school. It's about the formal and the informal. Now, those who had informal education back then, especially the Igbo people, you see how they are trained.
Yes.
They take a boy to learn, he's an apprentice, and after 7 years, his Oga settles him, and he becomes a successful spare parts dealer. Why? Because he was taught the art of selling. If you cannot master the art of selling, I'm sorry, you're not ready to escape poverty.
Hold on.
Number 4.
Hold on there. If you cannot master the art of selling. Now, a lot of people have this idea. I'm an introvert. I can't sell. In fact, they say I can't sell to save my life. I cannot sell anything. An idea, a skill, an item. They can't sell any service. They rather just prefer to be in a place and continue to, get paid.
Tommy say. Now, have you ever thought about this? Why is it that Amazon does not celebrate the most well-written books? They celebrate the books with the best sellers. Have you ever thought about it?
Okay.
So nobody will celebrate you for mediocrity or for what you did well. They will celebrate you for how many you can sell. What is your result? I tell people the absence of results equals the abundance of insults. So if you don't want insults, you need to get results. If you are ashamed of selling, then you are ready to be sold. You are ready to be sold. You are not ready for the business world. And only the strong can thrive in this world. Now let's just run along.
Okay.
Number four, the power of negotiation and bargaining. When it comes to the power of negotiation and bargaining, that's one thing that is greater than a university degree. If you Google it, the one thing greater than a university degree is the power of negotiation. And that's why I always tell people, read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. If you are not a reader, you cannot be a leader. The power of negotiation and bargaining. Even if you are not educated, if you know how to price, we call it pricing in Nigeria. If you know how to price, you know how to bargain, you know how to negotiate, I'm telling you, you can escape poverty quickly, because you can negotiate for something without money. Let me give you an example. You can become a drop shipper. You go to a car shop, you negotiate for a car, and naturally that car costs 16 million. You negotiate for 12 million, and then you go to somebody, sell that car for 20 million, you take your own profit. Now that car was actually for 16 million.
Yes.
You sold the car for 20 million. 4 million is in your account. Why? You have the power of negotiation and bargaining. This is very important. You need to go professional. Point number 5. Are you with me?
Yes, we are.
You want to escape poverty? Treat people well. Treat people with respect. Avoid being greedy. Avoid being selfish. Avoid being oppressive. Because in life, when you're going up, you need people. And when you're coming back down, you
will still meet people.
So you need to treat people well. Number 6, which is very important, sanitize your mind. Because poverty takes place in the mind. When poverty gets hold of your mind, it cripples your destiny. You see, you need to discard that cultural mentality that poverty has a lot of mental baggage and poverty is one of the things and I'm a poor masses. No, you need to take that out of your mind. Nobody is going to pity you. You have to consciously make it. I am accessed.
Your voice is breaking there. Dr. Precious, can you go back to point number 6 again? Your voice broke. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, number 6 again.
Yeah, you're right. You hear?
Okay.
Yes,
I'm not particularly sure why we're finding it difficult to hear properly, but I think it's the network. So if we reconnect with you, let's try as much as possible. Okay? Hello, Dr. Precious, are you back here?
Yes, I'm back.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, very good.
Number
so
6 again.
Number
6 again.
Number 6.
Yes.
I said, sanitize your mind
yes.
from time to time because poverty is a function of the mind.
Okay.
Sanitize your mind from time to time because poverty is a function of the mind. Discard cultural mentality of poverty where people say, oh, we are part of the poor masses.
Okay.
Some will tell you all fingers are not equal. Must you be the small one? Why do you choose to be the small finger? You need to eradicate that poverty mentality and tell yourself, in the midst of impoverishment, I will make it. You need to sanitize your mind consciously because poverty takes place in the mind. Now listen to this, Tomisi. The greatest battles of your life are fought and won in the mind. Interesting, right?
The greatest battles of your life.
Battles of your life are fought and won in your mind.
So the battle that you fight inside of you is even greater than the ones you fight outside.
True. So I tell people who have this entitlement mentality, oh, my brother is rich, therefore I'll be rich. You are a joker. Oh, and nobody helped me and nobody decided to support me. You are a joker. You are not yet a failure until you find someone to blame. Stop looking for who to blame and learn hard on the job. Take the job that you think is below you and grow in it. And my final point for today, which is very important, which is the last point I'm going to close with, is prepare for opportunities.
Preparation.
Don't wait for opportunities. Don't tell me you're waiting for things to get better. What are you doing?
As soon as Nigeria gets better, I'm going to begin I'm going to change my mind.
Some want to travel abroad, but they don't have anything they are prepared for. You will go there and continue the way you are.
Yes.
You need to be prepared for
living
opportunity. Now,
a mediocre lifestyle.
Now listen to this. Opportunity does not come but once for the prepared. It comes again and again because he takes advantage of every opportunity, which opens the door to another opportunity.
Okay.
See, if you have done well in one thing, people will recommend you. So to get the recommendation of people, you need to be prepared because if you are not recommended, you will be destroyed.
Thank you so much, Precious. We really do appreciate this. Can you do me a favor? Send me the 7 points again. I'm going to post them underneath this video, streaming live on Facebook. For those who want to watch it again and listen to this point again, of course, you go back to Facebook at MITVNG and you get to watch it again. And of course, those points, those 7 points will be there. You can check out our pages on Facebook as well.
But I'll send them
so
to you.
You can as well check our pages again on Facebook, and then you get to check it and check and check and check again. Beautiful conversation. Thank you so much, Dr. Precious, for the nuggets for today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you very much.
We usually end the Bumper Breakfast Friday edition with hard conversations. A lot of people say, why don't you start that on a Monday? But I do say, when you're going through the week and it looks as if you're winding down, that's when you need to refire yourself up. We've given you 7 points. I think you can add up 3 extra ones to it and do an assignment and send it to me. So for those who enjoyed the conversation this morning, send me 3 extra points for 5 ways. We said 5 ways, we gave you 7 ways, make it 10 ways